Hello, you're in the Beat Sessions. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary. It's been over a decade since we've heard from them, but Australia's Crowded House are back with a brand new record entitled Dreamers Are Waiting. They dropped that on June 4th. This is the seventh studio album from the band. It is their follow-up to 2010's Intriguer, and you didn't really think that they were gone, right? I mean, Neil Finn said it on their first record in the song Don't Dream It's Over, but you'll never know the end of the road while you're traveling with me. And he's rejuvenated. He's got a lot of energy. You can feel them having fun on this record. Now, what I will say about this record is that don't include it in the Crowded House starter pack, all right? This record is, like I said, a lot of fun to listen to. Neil Finn has always been a phenomenal songwriter, great melodies, all that stuff is on this record. But there's just something about the magic of their first three albums, and you got to attribute that to more than just making a brilliant album. I argue, and I've done it before on this show, that it's all about timing. And sometimes you just drop an album right when the world needs it. And those albums in the 80s, those first three records that they put out are phenomenal, especially their self-titled debut is a marvelous record. And so, you know, they're at a point in their career, Neil Finn is like 61 or something like that. So there's no point in trying to recapture that magic. You know, they've come to terms with that, and it's not like they're trying to do that. He is just doing what he does very well. Nick Seymour, original bassist, is back. And what I love about this lineup, too, is that longtime producer Mitchell Frome is actually filling out on the keys. Really, like, a lot of nice organ pieces, a lot of nice keys throughout this record. And it's become a family affair, too. Both of Neil's sons, Elroy and Liam, drums and guitar, respectively, on this record. So it's a fun lineup that's going to tour a lot in the back end of the year. I've never had a chance to see him. I was a wee little lad when they were in their prime in their 80s. And so I'm excited to check these guys out when they hit the stage. Hopefully they come somewhere near all of us in the States, or, you know, wherever you happen to be watching from. Hopefully they end up close to you. But I will say that, yeah, this is a great new addition to their catalog. Crowded House fans, like I said, it's been over a decade. If you've been craving new material, this is going to satiate that appetite that you've had. Bad Times Good is the album opener, really very mellow and layered. A solid building. It took me a couple listens too. I thought it was kind of understated the first time I listened to it, but it's grown on me a lot more as I've listened to this record. And again, just good musicianship there, just very nicely textured, and a great way to open up this record. Playing with Fire is the second track. Arguably the highlight of this record. It's got this good upbeat kind of glam style. It reminded me of David Bowie a lot, but really just liking the energy on that track leads into To the Island, which is breezy and kind of jaunty, but it's got some good guitar work as well in it that I really dug. And then Sweet Tooth is the fourth track. It's got this just really loose, groovy guitar riff. The keys are phenomenal throughout this track, and it's got this just country funk kind of vibe. Reminds me of the Velvet Underground a little bit. Great song there. Leads into Whatever You Want, which I think is the best vocal performance on this album, the fifth track. And then Show Me the Way is kind of a slow and dreamy way to round out the A-side. I think this album, it misses a little bit on the B-sides. I'm not a huge fan of album closer Deeper Down. And with 12 tracks of 42 minutes, I feel like they could have just axed that, because Love Isn't Hard at All would have been the last track. That's the 11th track on this record. And that's a fantastic song. It's got this gentle, upbeat pace that's driven by the snare drum. They even incorporate a little Nintendo core in there. There's a little bit of a Tetris sample that makes the song kind of fun. And the back end of the B-side of the record, I should say, there's a couple songs, Good Night Everybody, Start of Something, that kind of have this mellow surf rock vibe that I'm digging. Kind of wish they'd maybe done a little more with that to round out this record. But it's overall a very solid effort from a band that has more than, you know, laid an indelible mark in the music industry and on the world with what they've done. And it's going to be great to have a number of these tracks. Honestly, tracks 2 through 5, I mean, I hope they come close, because I want to see all 4 of those songs incorporated into a new set list from Crowded House. I think they're just a lot of fun to listen to. I will say Sweet Tooth is probably my favorite track. I'll just go ahead and lay it down there for you. This is a vinyl please, for sure, if you're especially if you're a Crowded House fan. I hope you enjoy this review and this album as well. Check it out on like a nice casual Sunday. It's kind of got a mostly mellow vibe, so I think it'll be a nice way to maybe enjoy a morning cup of coffee, a little breakfast. Do it up this weekend. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out the live show on Sunday nights. And we will see you next time on the Beat Sessions.